and welcome here to the EVES auction room here in Victoria Street in Hamilton, and a much better day over here that I can tell you than what it was over the hill there this morning. So nice to be in Hamilton. My name's Grant Child. My role is to simply facilitate proceedings here today and just give everybody equal opportunity to secure one of the two properties that we're offering for you here today. I don't do it all by myself though. I've got Janine missing. Janine's over here. She's our branch sales manager out at Rotorua, so if you need any assistance along the way, then call on Janine. And technology and we do not get on very well, so I've got the assistance of these two lovely ladies over here. Jasmine's on the keyboard here, and she'll be looking after all the technology in the auction room here today. So obviously there's documentation that we need to cover off as far as bidding and buying at auction. I'll bring that to your attention now. The first one being the buyers and sellers guide. They are available on the table over here on the right hand side of the room. Of course, a document that's been widely circulated since 2008 by the Real Estate Authority. Any bids today are submitted on the basis we have provided you that document as well. But the most important one, of course, is the contract of sale that we take you to now. I'm not going to go through it in its entirety. It's been circulated in draft form there. Finalised copies also available on the table over there. If there's been any amendments, any changes, I'll alert you to those changes as we work our way through the two offerings here this morning. I'm not going to go through the entire document, folks, as by way of any bidding, I'm going to assume that you've read, understood, and accept that contract that we worked to here today. But on the front page of the contract, set out in this portion here is the conduct of auction. Again, superimposed on the screen there for you. Don't expect you to read it word for word this morning. You've obviously had that opportunity to go through it. Just two critical and important points that I do alert you to, folks. The first one is if you are the successful purchaser here today, your two obligations prior to commencing any celebrations is firstly to sign the contract and secondly to part with a little bit of your hard-earned cash. Just 10% of the purchase price is all we ask for today. Balance is payable on settlement date. Those dates vary between the two properties. I'll confirm that as we get to each individual offering. The other thing I just want to provide a little bit of clarity on today, folks, if I've only got one person that's bidding on the property, I will work alongside you and assist you with what we call vendor bids. Now, there's nothing to be afraid of as far as vendor bids are concerned. As the auctioneer, I'm the only one authorised to submit vendor bids. I will disclose all vendor bids to you very clearly. They will always be at a level well south of the vendor's reserve price. It is simply a technique, if I've only got one person bidding, to assist you, to get you to what I call the negotiating platform, which will be below the seller's reserve price. We'll pause the auction and we'll continue discussions at that juncture. Like I said, I will disclose all vendor bids to you very clearly, so it is simply a technique to work alongside you and work with you to help you purchase the property here today. So at this stage, folks, I'll be happy to answer any questions before we move on to our first offering for this morning. Just two properties for you today, folks, two very special properties indeed, so we won't be taking up too much more of your time this morning. No questions? Excellent. Right. So I'll just take this opportunity as well to welcome the viewers watching via the live stream as well. I know some people are out there unable to be with us today, and I'll just highlight a couple of those people as we work our way through, but certainly watching via the live stream, welcome along, folks. 11A MacDiarmid Road is the first one. Obviously, Tracey O'Brien Warren Pledger over there on the right-hand side doing an outstanding job, as they always do in the Hamilton market, presenting this property that's been proudly positioned for just over a decade. It is certainly one of those stylish delights, providing everything that you would expect from a property of this calibre, this magnitude, and particularly in this location. Just covering off the legal aspects for absolute 100% clarity for you here today, folks. Record of title SA 3B Folio 120 confirms the property being a freehold estate, and of course that being the highest class of ownership you can get in New Zealand. 802 square metres of land, more or less, is your offering that you secure here today at the auction. Tracey Warren, now there was a microwave oven has been added to the channel since the original documentation was circulated. Correct. Obviously worthy of another bid for the property with the microwave being. Yep. But just a reminder, folks, that the refrigerator it does stay. It's a double refrigerator, plumbed in, but it is as is. There's no vendor warranties as far as the refrigerator is concerned. Same thing applies to the security system. Hasn't been used for a while, I assume. So it does stay, but there's no warranties that come with that. 5th of September, still our settlement dates. Obviously, yes. 2022. It'll be a long wait for 2023. And a bit late if it was 2021, I can assure you of that. So back to the property itself here, folks. As you see coming up here on the screen, the designer fittings throughout the home just give it that little touch of class as well. You've got that expansive 3-metre stud that just gives you that feeling of extra space as well. So certainly great for a wonderful lifestyle. Beautiful concrete polished concrete floors, rather. You've got the inbuilt shelving. Now just those aspects that I've just mentioned there just really does confirm that the property oozes some sophistication into your new lifestyle once you've moved in on the 5th of September. For you foodies, you've got a sleek modern kitchen there. It means your family feasts are simply going to taste so much sweeter when they come out of this kitchen, and catering will be an absolute breeze and enjoyable for family living as well. Plenty of scope for further development for the property as well. As I mentioned, that parcel of land at 802 square metres. This concept plan's already drawn up to extend your abode if you so wish, but it is really a unique opportunity that offers you a unique property here at number 11A MacDiarmid Road. Now, we had a conversation a little bit earlier, Tracey. I understand you've got 2 buyers and potentially still waiting on confirmation of finance.
That's right, yes.
Quite standard and quite normal in today's day and age, with the finance people just being a little bit slower and getting people approved. So what that does for you folks, the elite buyers, you are the cash buyers. You get the first opportunity here today. Just mentioning those subject to finance buyers, because if we don't sell for cash here today, then you will be running the risk of going into a multi-offer with those buyers after the auction. So if you're in a position of cash, now's your opportunity, now's the time. Put it to me and we'll work with you from here. In case you didn't really understand all that gobbledygook, I'm asking for an opening bid. Entirely up to you. You set the benchmark of where you'd like to start in your way, and I'm happy to work alongside you from here. First call now for an opening bid. You tell me the number and we'll work it from there. Second call, are we in or out? Your opportunity is running low, folks. Third, final call for a start. For that opening bid, if I don't get one now, I'm simply going to close the auction and we'll continue working with those buyers waiting to hear on finance. Final opportunity, in or out? Discussion going on in the back row there. No?
No, they just can't hear the live stream, so I'm just putting it on speaker so they can hear.
Okay, no worries. Haven't got any registered telephone bidders for this one, folks. It's entirely up to you here in the room. No cash here today, guys, so I'm simply going to close the auction, hand it back to you, and we'll just continue working with those buyers. And I'm absolutely 100% confident, Tracey, you're going to be sending me a text message by the end of play tomorrow telling me that you've got this property under contract. I know that's going to happen. So without further ado, folks, we'll move straight on to our second property here today, and that is the one at 231 Pukete Road. Again, Tracey and Warren have been doing an outstanding job presenting this property as well. Now again, with this one, folks, we do have what we call conditional interest in this property. Now this particular buyer does have a property to dispose of prior to being able to buy this one. So again, we'll give you the cash buyers the first opportunity. It's been immaculately presented, this property at number 231 Pukete Road, by just the one careful owner since the early 1990s. When you viewed the property, you'll recall the beautifully established gardens. Well, they simply tell the perfect story of the lifestyle that you are going to embark on in this property here. Looking at the legal aspects, you get to embark on that lifestyle at 231 Pukete Road on the 10th of October. Now, there was some documentation stating the 30th of November, but that's now been amended to the 10th of October.
Correct.
So,
yes.
New settlement date there, 10th of October. Again, this one here, the garden irrigation system, it does stay, but it's as is, no warranties as far as that is concerned. Just reminding you of some exclusions in the channels, folks. The garden art, the bird bath, the water feature, the outdoor bench seats, there's 2 of those, the outdoor pots and the swing chair. They do not stay, the owners will be taking those with them. So bidding on the basis of those chattels being excluded from the sale. But back to the property itself, folks. Well, you know, if you don't like cooking, then I can tell you now, this kitchen will change that, because you know, come the 10th of October, as you are moving in and starting to unpack your furniture, you can pick up your cell phone, you'll be able to delete Uber Eats, because you won't want to be using that when you've got a kitchen like this as well. You've got the choice of 2 living spaces, so that certainly solves any family disputes of whether you're viewing sports or the soaps. No arguments there when you've got the 2 living space, and simply organising family is simple and fun when you are in the occupation of 231 Pukete Road. Certainly a nice, good location in terms of a short walk to the Te Awa base. You've got the river walks and the cycleways, well, being as cliche as it sounds, all but on your doorstep here in this particular location. Like I said, buyers, we do have a buyer that has got a property to dispose of prior to purchasing this one, so cash interest, you get the first chance here today. Where would you like to start me away? This must be the one you've come for, folks, because I know you haven't certainly all haven't come along to see me. Been a pleasure driving over the hill to come and talk to you though. First call for an opening bid now, folks, 231 Pukete Road. Second call, you set the benchmark, set the bidding alight if you wish. Third, last opportunity, in or out. Obviously no cash for this one here today, Tracey or Warren, so we'll simply close the auction on this one, and we'll keep working with that conditional buyer as well. Both the buyers on those 2 properties, they're going to be delighted to hear from you, knowing that the properties are still available. That concludes our offerings for you today, folks. On behalf of the team at EVES here in Hamilton, thanks for your attendance. Good morning, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.